If you're looking for intellectual, informed basketball takes, and you want to bring in media that knows what they're talking about, look no further than.
Always push the pace, yeah. And we really study tape, y'all just view the highlights, man, we really watching games, yeah. You just watch from the stands, we run 3-man weeks, Paul, Dre, and Allen, yeah. Way more than a fan, we got love for the game, we don't have to pretend. Got it out the mud like you get it off the glass, I'm the run the fast break, throw me the outlet, yeah, we got it out the mud like you get it off the glass, time to run the fast break, throw me the outlet. We on the brink, it's fast break. We on the brink, it's fast break, let's go.
Yo. Good family. What's up? Welcome back to another episode of Fast Break. Our usual host is not here today. He will be coming in later, but I'm your boy Dre. But you see the handle already. I didn't see that handle. But on my left, we got Coach Paul. Big up yourself, my guy.
Do you believe me now?
Y'all better start listening.
Man, can y'all at least wait till we start the show?
No. We told you in the song, if you are looking for informed, intellectual basketball takes, and you want media that knows what they're talking about, look no further than Fast Break. Before I get ahead of myself, let's not forget, last and certainly not least, the architect, the professional, the man who's always holding it down, my boy Alan. Big up yourself, guy.
What's good? I'm not
giving you the favorite Haitian uncle. I don't got it in me.
I don't got it
in me.
The people already know.
Let another.
The people already know. Y'all people already know.
So we got a lot to cover. Fast Break family, we missed y'all. We had some stuff happening last week. So we were unavailable, unfortunately. Sorry we didn't put out a post. We didn't put out a little warning for y'all, but we're back, all right? And we got stuff popping off, all right? First and foremost, I just want to say something, because this is where we're going to start. Since we last left, y'all, the Knicks had just given belt to the Hawks, right? And everybody and their mama was trying to tell us 76ers are the better team in the East now. The 76ers, they're gonna do this and that.
Do you feel like people really believe that?
Huh?
Do you really think people really believe that?
I can name niggas that believe that.
Yes.
I can name people that believe that.
Yes.
I'm looking at you, Nick, right? In the media, trying to tell me Tyrese Maxey was gonna do what? Trying to tell me Paul George hit the side of the backboard was gonna do what? Trying to tell me Joel Bad Knees Embiid was gonna do what? Flop? That's what he does. That's his specialty.
Bad knees and Embiid.
Bad knees and Embiid, man. He got for his game. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. We mollywop them, right? Everybody is better than Jalen Brunson until it's time to be better than Jalen Brunson. I'm telling you, this man is the nicest point guard in the East. I don't care about Cade. I don't care about Tyrese. I don't care about Halliburton. I don't care about none of them. All right? That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. We are seeing it. And the person who's been telling us for years now, but specifically this year, that the Knicks are going to the finals, this guy disappeared. I was about to throw it over to him. All right? So,
still there.
You're about to do what?
Go ahead.
All right. I was going to say, the man that's been telling us this whole time that the Knicks are going to the finals is on my left. Coach Paul, tell me what you saw that facilitated the belief all year and helped you feel vindicated in this moment that the Knicks are going to the finals? Tell me about this.
I said this before the year started that we are going to the finals. And it's really, I'm glad you asked that question the right way.
You damn right I did. Let's get it.
See, I truly believe if this was if the Pistons got to the conference finals last year and lost in the fashion that the Knicks did in 7, was it 7 or 6, whatever, right? And you could look at what was going on and really say the coach was outcoached. Then they changed the coach the next year. They strengthened the team with a stronger bench the next year. The same team that beat them, their best player was going to be injured the next year. Their starting center, who was key to them being able to play the way they do, is out or traded to another team, making the team significantly weaker and making the year a wash for the team that beat them. They're considered to be their stiffest competition outside of the Pistons. Their best player, Jason Tatum, is injured. I fully 100% believe if this was another team with this situation, everybody would have said that team was going to the finals. But because it's the Knicks, everybody thought the Knicks are going to nick. But what I saw, really think about what I'm saying. The coast is clear for the Knicks to get to the finals. Everybody should have seen it, but they thought, oh, the Knicks are just going to nick. They have no competition, really. The Pistons looks, if the Knicks, I'm not the Knicks. The Pistons might, they might beat the Cavs. We're going to talk about the Cavs and the Pistons later on.
Don't you worry.
Yeah, the Pistons might beat the Cavs, but do they really look as strong as they did in the regular season right now? No, they don't. They looked unstoppable in the regular season, but so did the Cavs when they were the number 1 seed, and then look what happened to them. Mm-hmm. Right? The coast is clear for the Knicks, and this whole Knicks are gonna Knicks thing, that was the old Knicks. We changed that regime already. The reason we are as good as we are right now is because of what we've been building. Shout out to Tibbs and Julius Randle. We have to get rid of both of them, but we wouldn't be here without them. If we win the chip this year, they should get a ring.
No way.
Just to vindicate you a little bit more on Julius Randle, he went 1 for 8 last night in a potential elimination.
Of course he did. Listen, all I'm saying.
3 points in an elimination game.
All I'm saying. Listen, let me talk about the basketball for a second with the Sixers.
And then I'm gonna pass it down to Alan to tell me what he saw in the game by game analysis, because I know that's his strong suit.
Yeah, but Tyrese Maxey's overrated.
Oh
wow.
See, this is what I was talking about with the hot takes.
He's right. I should say he's overrated because to me, look, he's just too fast, man. He played like a rookie, like a talented rookie to me.
He plays like a young De'Aaron Fox mixed with Darren Collison.
A talented rookie.
Darren Collison.
You said Darren Collison.
I did.
Like, come on, man! You getting too disrespectful. Tyrese Maxey is like.
Oh, the Darren Collison was
Wait a second. Darren Collison isn't disrespect. He was fast as hell.
But that's okay. But like, compare the roles, man. Like Tyrese Maxey is, I think, a little bit more deserving of a better comparison than. No disrespect to Darren Collison.
If you gave Darren Collison the green light, he'd be Tyrese Maxey. But keep going.
No disrespect to Darren Collison.
I don't know all that.
If you gave him the green light,
you know what I compare him to? Very different, like athleticism, but as far as speed, John Wall.
Darren Collison or Tyrese Maxey?
This is why he's having technical issues, because he was trying to figure out how to.
Yeah, I see you.
I see you.
But listen. We gonna get to him in a second.
Greetings.
Yeah.
What's good?
Yeah, I'm just a guest today. Should I hit it one time?
He already did though. Audrey already did it.
That's a fact. You can do it. Do it one time for the one time. One out. Really?
Good.
Technical issues happening again.
Yeah, still haven't.
Nice man. He's gonna
What
start.
are you saying, Paul?
He's gonna
What are you
start playing. Made him cry.
No, but what I was saying though, right, is Tyrese Maxey he reminds me of John Wall when he was young.
Okay.
Now Tyrese Maxey's not a young player anymore, but you remember what they used to say about John Wall back in the day? Like his first 2-3 years in the league? He's too fast, he got to learn how to slow down the game. And then he became a 20-10 guy. One of the best point guards in the league. He led the league in assists, right? Tyrese Maxey is it's like he's too fast for his own good. Like it's like once he gets past the 3-point line, like oh man. But no. Like once he gets past the 3-point line, it's to the rack every time.
Right.
No drawing fouls on a
no passing out. Goodbye.
Like he'll pass out, but it's like you know where the ball is going. So what the Knicks did is they just rotated like early. So those passes, it'll get to the guy, but then by the time the ball gets to them, they're covered.
He's not a floor general yet. He's not the kind of guy that can really dissect a defense.
But that's not the biggest issue with him to me. The biggest issue is you know how to stop his offensive game.
Right, he's predictable.
Like his scoring game, because he's just so he's just too fast. Like he doesn't know to just stop and pull up. If he like a Jalen Brunson who's not fast, he had to learn that to get to the league. So Jalen Brunson is like he developed all these moves that make him unstoppable. Whereas the thing that got Tyrese Maxey to the league is his speed. And it's like he doesn't know how to counteract that. He added the post game a little bit, but you're not just going to be taking post fades all the time. That's not that efficient of a shot for what is he, 6'5" now? 6'5" guy.
Yeah.
Really 6'4", I'm going to be honest.
You know, he
grew a little bit.
I also think, though, I agree with what you're saying, but I also feel like if they had an opportunity to play faster against the Knicks,
I'm going to be honest. But keep going, Alan.
If they had a chance to play a little bit faster for the Knicks series, I'm not saying they would have won, but I think they would have served him better. But they had to slow down when Embiid came back, and I think that kind of messed up their flow. I kind of like how they were playing without Embiid.
Tell me more about
space for them.
Paul, tell me more about that, Alan, because this is a great place to go.
Oh, I see Andres and his host back.
That's really all I had to say about it. But
my voice said, "Tell me more about that."
That's all I had to say about it. I think just because Paul just said, like, he's a fast player, he kind of plays. I want to say out of control. Look, I understand what you're saying, Paul, but I feel like he's so downhill and his ability to finish, it serves him so well, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when Joel Embiid came back, he wasn't able to do that as well because the game is just naturally slower when Embiid's in the game. And he's such a presence, you kind of have to have him there. You have to like play at his speed because he's such a presence.
I agree.
I think, yeah.
No,
I think that serves him poorly against the Knicks.
You know, they play better as a team without Embiid, but
Correct.
they're not as dangerous in the playoffs without Embiid. That's what I'm
honest. To be honest, not to devalue Embiid, but I think like I don't want to say any center could be as impactful, but like if you get another stretch center out there that's available, he would have been a better fit. The problem with Embiid coming back is you have kind of like two conflicts of mindsets here. Whereas when he's not here, it's Tyrese's show, right? We play like Tyrese. We let him make the reads. He's not forcing the ball. We're not getting 30 points. We're not relying on 30 points from anybody else. It's Tyrese. Everybody else knows where to go. When Embiid comes back, you kind of screw up the flow a little bit. And it worked against the Celtics, right? Because the Celtics had their own similar issue with Tatum coming back. Everybody's gone. They're learning how to play together. That was a perfect matchup for those two teams because they had the same situation. Injured superstars coming back at the same time or near in time to each other. But when you go against a team like the Knicks, who have been pretty complete, right, the entire year, they have camaraderie, they have chemistry, they know, how to switch, how to play with each other. They don't gotta force anything. Anybody, and this is the thing
Anymore.
that people. I'm sorry.
That's a fact.
Nothing.
Did you say anymore?
Yeah.
I agree. But the Knicks are at a place right now, and you're seeing it. Anybody in that starting lineup can give you 30, and it's not going to hamper anybody else in that starting lineup. And that's not true for the 76ers.
Is OG healthy?
Josh Hart starts, doesn't he?
No, he's healthy. No,
Oh, Josh Hart can give you 30. I'm going to be honest.
All right.
Josh Hart can give you 30.
he's the least likely out of them to give you 30, but he can. I've seen
He
it.
100% can. I've also seen it.
I've seen it.
Okay.
I have seen it.
If Draymond could give you 30, he could give you 30.
I never said he could.
I've seen Draymond give you 30.
We see Draymond do it in the finals.
Years ago. That was like 10 years ago.
That's a
That's a fact.
fact.
That's
10
a
years
fact.
ago.
Literally.
Yo, that's
Farrell, do you have any thoughts on this?
that was one
You
of the
want to
greatest
chime in?
finals ever, man.
On
Sorry,
what,
our local Knicks hater?
what in particular?
Just about the Knicks sweeping the 76ers, going to the conference finals. Paul's correct prediction that they are probably going to the finals.
Good job.
Still one of the same
That's it?
goals. Don't
Wait. I'm sorry, Alan. I don't mean to cut you off, but that's it.
What was said about this Eastern Conference at the start of the year, and this is why last pod that we did, I was all about how do we rate the teams that got eliminated based on the expectations that were built by narratives, but at the time of the postseason versus the start of the year? Because at the start of the year, what was the expectations for this Eastern Conference? That the Knicks were supposed to dog walk right through it. So
That's
just
a fact. I
because
wanted to address that. No,
so
yeah,
just
yeah.
because
It was,
because things have
No,
happened now
No,
with certain teams to give them this expectation that they might be more challenging, I'm not about to rewrite that this is exactly what was supposed to happen anyway.
no.
That's
Because
why I
there's
wanted to address what you
There's
said.
so
I
many
forgot about
haters
that.
in the media that it was supposed to be the expectation that it wasn't.
That's
It
not
was
true.
at first. It was at
you're,
first.
You're creating false hate. Literally,
False
when
hate.
Dame got waived, when Dame got waived, and Tatum tore his Achilles, and Tyrese tore his Achilles, literally the thought was, oh well, the Knicks for sure should dog walk through the East this year. No one had the Detroit being as good as they were.
Yeah,
No
that's a
one
fact,
had the
Paul.
Cavs getting James Harden. Like none of
With
that.
Darius Garland, people thought they were going to beat the Knicks.
No, they did not, bro.
No.
Literally,
you-
the consensus was that the Knicks were going to dog walk through this conference. You're not going to rewrite history to
That's
make it look like this is some crowning achievement y'all have done through great adversity. You've done exactly what the hell you were supposed to do. Congratulations, good job.
Adversity.
Listen. That last part is a little bit of hate, but everything he said before that, I
It's
think
a
it's
fact.
freaking facts. At the
not true.
beginning of the season,
I disagree.
specifically, the Knicks were expected to go to the finals at the beginning of the season. I'll give you when Detroit started dominating the regular season, people switched up a little bit, and rightfully so, because Detroit looked like they were really, really good throughout the whole season. People switched up. That's fair. But at the beginning of the season, Fair was absolutely right. People thought the Knicks were supposed to go into the finals. People thought they were going to be number one in the East.
Some people.
No,
Oh my
bro.
God. Okay.
Literally, in
Everybody-
evaluation of the
Y'all
top
are
seeds in the
not
East,
gonna
everyone
gaslight
said
me.
who's going to be better than the Knicks. They literally, because remember, the Pistons had not become what they become yet. So literally, you go, the Bucks is out of here, right? The Celtics, everyone, remember what they thought about the Celtics
Yeah.
before Jaylen Brown had an MVP season? They thought the Celtics may make the play-in,
Yes.
right? And outside of that, they were like, Indiana's going to be down because Hallie's gone.
Yeah.
There was no other team. No one believed in the Cavs after their
That's
first
not
round
true.
flame out. Their first round flame out. No one believed in the Cavs, bro.
That's not true. The Knicks are gonna Nick is a real thing in the media. You're not about to act like people are.
Here's what I'll say.
You
No,
know
let
how
me
many
give you credit.
people thought that they weren't gonna get there, even though they technically should.
Here's
That's
where I'll
why it's a
here's where I'll
crowded
confirm that for you. The way it was framed was, it was said as if if the Knicks don't do it this year, it's never gonna happen as a troll because they were like
No.
the Knicks are gonna nick. That is how it's set up. But implicit in that is the perspective that there's no reason why they should not. Like,
because they were gonna mess it up. Because that's what people think about the Knicks. You're not
we
gonna
don't,
gaslight.
listen, we don't have to go in circles about this because regardless of that,
gaslight
bro, you haven't even had to play any of the teams you're talking about. So you're not going to tell me that anyone thought the Hawks or the 76ers was going to beat you.
What?
From the beginning of
76ers?
the season to now, no one thought that, bro.
From the beginning, whoa.
There's not been one time in this entire season where anyone has ever thought that the Hawks or the 76ers would beat the Knicks in the playoffs. Don't manufacture hate. Stop it. Stop it. No, they did not. No, they did not. Stop it.
People literally picked the 76ers by the end of the season because Paul George
I was going
was
to
balling.
say, just to be
What are you
clear,
talking
you're referring to the regular season because the second the 76ers got into the second round, everyone had them as the favorites.
What are you talking about?
Oh my god!
What am I talking about? It's all over ESPN. It's all
I
over.
under-
Everyone had them as the favorites. Are you
Yes.
joking?
I'm not joking.
Oh my god!
I'm
A
not
lot of
joking.
people- A lot of people.
I think-
picked the 76ers. A lot.
I think there was a good amount of people who did pick Sixers, but I think general consensus was the Knicks. If you look at
Thank
about
you, bro.
serious-
Y'all are talking about specific
know.
takes
It
that
was
you heard
50-50.
that rubbed you the wrong way. If we're
No.
talking about the overall majority consensus of the basketball community, no one sat here and thought the Sixers were about to beat y'all. Please
There
stop.
are, there are
No,
Embiid
problem.
had his appendix removed a week before the playoffs. Stop it.
Here-
What are y'all talking about?
Here's
What are
the
you
real
talking
problem.
about?
Here's the real problem. Y'all two are in Pharaoh's position where y'all teams have these echo chambers. Like,
Facts.
listen, Knicks have
No,
echo
this
chambers.
has
Facts.
nothing to do with the Knicks.
Facts. No, you're
That don't
bugging
make
out.
sense.
Yes,
Y'all-
That don't make sense.
Y'all are stuck into it.
I'm watching Nick's. I'm watching Nick Wright and what's his name?
There are whole highlight reels of people saying the 76ers are going to
Nick-
beat the Knicks.
Nick Wright is a hot take specialist. That's exactly what we're talking
There are
about.
people who are not known as hot take specialists that picked the 76ers
Name
over
one.
the Knicks.
Name one.
There's whole highlight
name
reels.
it.
I can send it to you.
Pull it up.
Hold on.
Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Wait a minute.
Wait a second.
Where's the where's the banner?
Wait, hold on. Wait, hold
Where's
on.
the banner?
But anyway, I'll say this though. From beginning of the season up until I guess up until these playoffs where the Knicks have changed up their offense. If we put the title contenders and stuff in tiers, the Knicks have always been in that second tier to me. But they have unlocked their offense in
Since
a way.
you won the NBA Cup, come on, bro. Let's not be dense here. The
No,
jokes
no.
about-
Okay, so now let me prove to you
Let
how
Allen
you
finish,
because
though. I was
they
just
play
trying to
their worst
ad-lib.
basketball.
Hold on, let Allen finish. I was just trying to ad lib him.
Yeah,
That's a bad
yeah.
idea.
I had them at a second tier type of championship. If I'm thinking OKC is first tier, I'd had always the Knicks as the second tier, second level of most other teams. But the way they've been playing lately, I think they have moved it up to the first tier, and I think they could really be contenders against OKC. You got to see it because OKC is
Or
that
San
good.
Antonio.
Or San Antonio. Yes, San Antonio is up in that tier for me too.
Washington, San
But
Antonio.
specifically, the Knicks, they're generating a lot of great shots for themselves. And
Yes.
as far as title contention goes, what more can you ask against great defensive teams like OKC and the Spurs? If you're able to generate great shot for yourself, you have a legitimate chance to win. And I think that makes them a very dangerous team. Especially if they're playing this style of basketball. They're all playing it's more team style basketball instead of Brunson dominated and trying to get a pick and trying to get switches all day long. They're very more team oriented, and that's going to serve them well against the big dogs. So I'll say that much.
This is not to take away from the level of ball y'all are playing. Y'all are playing good ball, but I stay consistent in the way I talk about runs. If I'm gonna poo poo Jokic's run in terms of level of opponent, I'm not about to sit here and overly laud wins over the Hawks and the 76ers, who were lucky to be there anyway from their first round upset of the 3 seed, right? Y'all didn't have to see y'all won't have to see either one of the Cavs or Pistons, and y'all didn't have to see the Celtics. Good, congrats, good job. We're not gonna sit here and gas.
No. The problem that you're saying that with what you're saying. It's not that we want you to just like overrate this run, right? What you're doing is acting as if the Knicks are not a very unique team in the NBA landscape. It's not just an echo chamber.
How am I doing that?
You're from New York. You can be a Lakers fan all you want.
Wait, no, I'm genuinely confused on how what I'm saying has that effect.
You know the narrative on the Knicks is different. Us
what does that have to do with what I'm saying?
Us doing what we are supposed to do is to be commended, right? We're not saying you have to overrate the. We know we're supposed to.
Yo, that's sad.
You can say what you want about us being sad.
You actually want me to give you credit for that? You want me to sit here and give you credit for not nicking it up? You want me to give you credit for not nicking it up?
That's what Andre wanted, but you can't even do that because
I was trying to have more respect for y'all than that. You want me to sit here and give you gold stars for turning in your homework because you was in the slow class and we didn't know if you was gonna make it?
We were in the slow class. See, you gotta get that Knicks hate out your heart.
See, I didn't want to talk like that, Paul. You just opened the door to make me talk like that. I didn't want to talk like that. I wanted to give a plain take and say, "Good job, you did what you're supposed to do." You want to put the sauce on it and bring up the Knicks history and how this is a revelation. You want me to talk about how this is the most miraculous thing that's ever been accomplished? The Knicks actually beating opponents they're better than, like.
No. We want you to talk what's in your heart because we know. We know what you really feel.
No, I'm not going to do that, though. I'm not going to do that, though.
Because
I'm cool.
And all that condescending stuff that you were saying just now, it goes out the window. Like, we see through it.
I didn't want to talk it. I didn't want to say it. That's why I literally didn't come. And now you're telling me I'm not.
Say it.
I don't want to, though.
Well, the people.
This is a good team.
Your heart anyway. So
What are you gonna?
Do you need me to hear me say this? The New York Knickerbockers are a very good basketball team, which is why I don't rate their run so far because they played not good basketball teams. The Knicks have done exactly what I've expected them to do and what they were supposed to do. I'm not going to put more sauce on that.
Wait a second. You expect them to sweep the 76ers? No, you didn't.
I'm not an idiot, bro. Like,
you had your pick. You didn't expect them to sweep.
Answer that. That's a question.
We didn't. You expect them to drop 51 and beat the Hawks by 51? You expected that? Are you LeBron? Are you LeBron?
Hold on. So LeBron. So now you're really teaming up to be condescending again. I'm gonna try not to. I'm gonna try to say this point, not be condescending, but it's hard. When you there's no way to do it.
Just talk.
Just make it happen.
When playoff success is not new to you in your life, you learn to not put stock in the. Listen, you learn to not put stock in the manner of victory. A win is a win is a win is a win. The same way a loss is a loss is a loss. Does it matter if you lost by 50 if you win the series? No. So it also doesn't matter how much you win by. What matters is you won the games. So no, I'm not going to put extra sauce because it was you got some really large blowout victories. It doesn't matter. You won. It does not matter. You blowing those teams out does not speak any credit towards how you might perform in the conference finals or in the finals. So it just means you won the game, bro. It doesn't mean anything.
Okay,
we've seen teams get blown out in the finals by 30 and win the finals. Like, it doesn't matter. Like,
no. But it don't happen that much. It's happening a lot with the Knicks.
That's cool, bro. But I'm saying I'm not putting no stock in that, bro.
That's not just cool. It speaks to the level of superiority that they have over the.
You can choose to believe that. You can choose to believe that.
Okay, right.
That's what they're showing us. So let me ask you something.
No, real people who've won a lot in the playoffs will all tell you that don't mean nothing, bro. I've been personally in a series where the first 2 games were blowouts. It was 2-0, and then we lost the next straight 4 games. It don't matter, bro. It does not matter.
All right. Let me ask you something. You consider the Pistons better than us, right?
I don't know because y'all teams have never played full strength. Your two teams have never played each other full strength, so I've never seen it. I don't know.
You consider the Thunder better?
We're gonna find out.
You consider the Thunder better? Of
course.
Okay.
Of course.
So what happens if we blow out the Thunder by 51? Does that move the needle for you at all? I just want to see.
It moves the needle because you won.
Yeah, what you mean?
So if we win any game,
If
we win any game against them, it moves the needle because we won. Doesn't matter how we won.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna hold you to it. If that's your take and you're being honest, I'm gonna hold you to it.
How am I contradicting myself?
You're not.
Because you said wins. No, I'm saying that because you're saying wins and losses in the individual series doesn't matter.
No, but he's asking me in the context. He's saying like even because he asked me what if they win by 50, what if they just win? I'm saying the needle moves in whatever way it moves the same amount, whether it's a win by 50 or not. Like it's just a win. Now, if you're telling me like
it doesn't matter, you're saying.
Yeah, like the manner of victory does not matter. What the objective is to win the game.
Okay.
Once that's accomplished, whatever happens after that is irrelevant. Like,
I think it shows potential and what can be done.
It's a very youthful way to look at it.
It's
in terms of how playoffs go.
For me,
a lot of teams have my last point is a lot of teams have drunk their own juice. We've watched them to play. If you really think back on it, a lot of teams have drunk their own Kool-Aid because they got a nice big blowout win, and they've turned around and lost that series. Like adjustments are so pivotal in a playoff series that like one schematic error by a coach can result in a 40-point loss, and then you can change that and win by 15. Like it's you know what I mean. So like the margin is irrelevant.
I hear what you're saying, and this is my retort to that. What do you make of it when it's happening in consecutive or in multiple victories against different teams?
I told you what I make of it. You played ass. Like don't like I'm so
it doesn't matter. So we can do it to every team in the conference. Doesn't matter to you.
No, I didn't say that. I said the two teams you played. If you do that to the Pistons, I would be like, you know what? That is impressive, but the ultimate impression
you hear the way he's saying.
But the ultimate impression will be winning the series because again, like the scale of victory in itself does not do anything for me. And the same thing if you do it to the Thunder. If you do it to the Thunder, then at that point, I suppose historically conversations will have to be had.
Wait,
so fair enough.
So it matters.
Yes, it does. That's right. No, Paul.
His question. Think about his question. His question was if it keeps happening, right? So because then it's not a singular incident of a blowout. It's the totality of the run.
Okay.
So I will concede that if it becomes that your entire play, like when we talk about the 0-1 Lakers, right, or we talk about the 17-18 Warriors, right? Yes, when you look at the whole run, it's fair to take into account the amount of separation there was in the whole run on their road to a championship. Like they really blew through everybody, or the 0-1 Lakers who won 16-0. Like that stuff matters at the end of a run. Going into just the conference finals, I'm not about to start putting stock into separation. That's my point. So to answer his question, if you get to the finals and you win the finals, will I take a step back and look at separation and give credit to that? Sure. But I'm not about to do that now. Because it means nothing if you lose in the conference finals. Like, you know what I mean? Like
if we blow out the Thunder game 1, you don't care.
No, win the series. Like
okay.
Win the chip, and then we can start talking about the manner in which you won. You understand what I'm saying? Like I'm not about to talk about the manner in which you won if you don't win the chip.
Sure.
Because then it means nothing.
So
you know what I mean? Like it's irrelevant. The Pacers got to the finals last year by the skin of their teeth. Do you think they cared?
No.
Like it don't matter. You got to the finals.
But it did show.
I mean,
it didn't because they went to 7, so you can't even say that. And if Hallie didn't get hurt, you know how I feel. So
there are certain fan bases that comprise one of the top 3 players in NBA history that'll tell you getting to the finals is enough. So I'm just saying.
And are either of you in that camp?
No, we're not.
Exactly. So why were you even bringing that up?
Because that camp coincides with your camp, actually.
They're in the back.
Oh, they are. You don't get.
I said that when they first arrived. I said, please sit. You can go look on my Instagram. I literally said, please go sit on Instagram and Twitter. I said, please go sit in your appropriate section. We're happy to have you. We're happy to have you, but go sit over there.
All right.
It's a concept I keep trying to explain to Paul. There are different seating arrangements. They are not first class on this plane. You go sit over there because you might be getting off before we do. And that time might be soon, but we'll talk about it.
Fair enough. So we talked a lot in this take, obviously, about the Pistons because there is a very fair chance that they're going to be the Knicks rivals in the Eastern Conference Finals. If anybody doesn't know,
if the basketball gods love us.
Okay.
I don't want to see y'all play the Cavs, bro.
That might actually never mind. I was gonna say it might be a good series, but I don't think I want it either.
I don't know if
I
I
don't want
want
to see that, bro. I don't
I,
want to
I have
should-
been toggling.
It should be a good series, but it won't be.
exactly. I don't exactly, bro.
Listen. So if anybody doesn't know, last night the Pistons tied up the series. Is now 3-3. They're having Game 7 tomorrow, I believe, at 8:00
In Detroit.
in Detroit. By the way,
Tough.
and it was in a elimination game. All right, the Pistons came up big. All right, I think they won by 20 or 30 points. Like they did not win.
Irrelevant. See what I'm saying? Like they was down in the series and they came and got a blowout win.
in
Like,
that instance, I don't think that's irrelevant because this is an elimination game and it goes as a statement. Like we're not going home quiet.
but
in fact,
I'm
we're
just
not
saying
going home at all.
it's happened in both ways. Like both teams have won against each other handily. So what does it mean?
Because it's
that's
also
what
the stakes.
I understand, but
Also
it's
stakes.
really my exact point. If we both have beat each other the fuck up, like you know what I mean?
I think this is where I kind of see what you're saying, but I think the stakes of it and like if you're blowing a team out and you get a sweep, I think that says something. If you blow a team out to avoid elimination, I think that says something. You know, if you blow a team out to win the finals, I think that says something. If you blow a team out to get to the finals, that says something. If you blow out a team in Game 2, I think that says significantly less. So to that
All right,
point,
like sure.
to that point, I kind of give it to you, but like I think there are levels to it, to be honest. But that's just tying in the last take to this take. I want to know if you guys have any thoughts about what you expect for Game 7 or what you thought of the series thus far, and if you have any expectations going into the next game, final game tomorrow night. Alan, I'll start with you.
Thus far, I was talking about the game last night. I think Donovan Mitchell and James Harden a little bit kind of
Sold.
played really poorly. Sold, underperformed, whatever you want to call it, stunk it up a little bit. Donovan Mitchell was really, really bad. Like, I don't think he played well at all. I think he was
I don't
trying
think he's
to
been
get.
playing well the entire playoffs.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm really
playoff?
disappointed. I'm kind of disappointed Donovan Mitchell was playoffs, man. Like, I think he was.
He's not focused on basketball. He's getting married. He's got to focus on wife.
It's not his fault. I know whose fault it
Cat
is.
getting married too.
It's not the Gil Adams' fault. It's next man's fault. But keep going, Alan.
Weird. But especially last night, it was really bad. I think he was not making any good decisions at all. He would go into the paint right into Jalen Duren and whatever man else they had, and he would just throw up like
Nonsense.
nothing. Yeah, it was nonsense. I never seen him play like that before. Like he was just shot. You have a great jump shot, use it. James Harden, I think he scored well, but he did bad at every other aspect. Like he couldn't play defense well. Guys were blowing past him. And I know it's James Harden. He's not known for his defense, but to me, it just felt like he had no effort. And I think he had like 8 turnovers. Yeah. He had like 8 turnovers that game. So overall, it was just a really, really bad performance by the Cavs in a game that you want to close out. I just think all playoff long, they've just been playing so subpar to their level. The talent level on this team is really high.
Is it subpar? Because if it's consistent,
Yes.
That's to the talent level.
Point.
He said to the talent level, though.
Yeah, that's a fair point. But I think talent level of the team.
Talent
level, yeah.
Okay.
This roster has enough players on the team that they should be way better than what they're playing in this playoffs. I boldly said that they're going to sweep the Raptors because I just thought they were that much better than Raptors as a roster overall.
Nope.
And that was bold. I'll admit that.
No, I had Toronto beating them also. I'm not going to lie to you.
I did.
Yeah.
I'm really surprised they're still here, to be honest.
Yeah,
Because
but
they
they're
have not
playing so
played
subpar, man. Like, and I don't know what's going to
It's
happen.
Toronto. That game 7, Toronto folded.
Yeah.
They
Like,
lost.
they just didn't
They're
have
not supposed to.
shooting.
Cavs are not
Yeah.
supposed to be here right now. But
Facts.
to their credit, they are taking the number 1 seed.
It's because Jalen Duren isn't ready to be a star in the playoffs yet. Let's just really talk about it. Let's just
You know
really-
what?
He had
Can
a
we
good
talk
game.
about
He
it?
had a good game 6 though.
And that's when
He
they listen.
did.
I'm saying that's when they if he shows up, they win. It's
Yeah, they
it's
win.
that simple. I know I'm usually the nuanced guy in the
Yeah.
basketball breakdown, but in this matchup, it's very simple because the same things have happened for both teams in every game. Donovan Mitchell is going to shoot a terrible percentage because he's playing off ball for the first time in a long time. people were like, "Oh, he had Darius Garland." Darius Garland was always hurt, and
Yeah.
and in the
Oh,
playoffs,
yeah.
Donovan Mitchell ended up being on ball, and that's why he's one of the best playoff scorers of all time statistically. Is because in the playoffs he literally just has the ball and he goes to work. He's playing off ball, watching James Harden. We know the system, the standing around and watching James Harden dribble, or eventually going to a pick and roll. Donovan Mitchell's rhythm is completely off.
Yep.
He's lucky that he caught fire in game 5 in the second half because he was having one of the worst halves of a superstar in the playoffs I've ever seen in my life. That first half of game 5, he was like he had like 2 points and he was 0 of 12 or something like that. It was horrendous. And then he ended up having like 40 something points all in the second half because he got hot. But you know what also happened? He got the ball.
Yep.
So in a game when James Harden is scoring like game 5, you know, they get it done. And Jalen doesn't show up. Game 6, Jalen Duren shows up, and they win because Jenkins is balling. Cade is balling out of his mind. He has the poise and the confidence he has leading this team from the point guard position. His pace right now is, I'm going to bring up one of our favorite terms, ahead of schedule.
Yeah.
You could tell he sees it. You can tell the game is moving slower for him. Like
He is developed.
He's just getting to his spot, making the read and making the play with pretty much expert precision every time. So he's doing what he needs to do. Tobias Harris, you're getting the exact Tobias Harris that every team that's ever had Tobias Harris has wanted.
What I've been telling you all about.
Every team that Tobias Harris has ever been on has been looking for the Tobias Harris they're getting right now.
St. Anthony's Tobias Harris.
Real life. The role players are playing well. The shooters are doing okay. If the shooters were shooting like they could shoot, none of these games would be close. They're shooting okay though.
Yeah.
Which is to be expected, right?
No problem.
It's really Duren. I mean, the one of the plays that like I think
Shout out to Paul Reed though.
Shout out to Paul. Can I get my credit? Did I not say Paul Reed? And what's the other forward? Javonte Green.
Yeah.
Did I not say in game 2 that they needed to play more?
Yep.
I really watch basketball, folks. It's a matchup thing. Sometimes that's why you need depth. You need to be able to go to different weapons on your team depending on the matchup, right? But the play that I think symbolizes the entire like problem with the Pistons in these playoffs, it was in game 4, which, pardon me, I need to correct. Donovan Mitchell had that terrible first half and amazing second half in game 4, where Cade was cooking. They had a 10-point lead. He did a crossover, step back. He was mid pull up in the air. Jalen Duren was wide open under the basket, and he threw it to him. And Jalen Duren was looking at the rim, and the ball hit him in his head and bounced out of bounds. And he goes, "Oh!" And I was like, "Brother, lock in!" Like that was about to be a highlight play dunk, an easy bucket for you. The man did his job. He drew 3 defenders and had you with a dunk, and you looking at the rim. That shows me you're in rim protector cleanup mindset.
Yeah.
You're not in superstar mindset. You have to recognize you are a star on this team. You need to approach the game with that mindset. Set picks and roll to score. Get the ball and be aggressive down low when the switch happens. Like they cannot win with you just getting boards and putbacks. It's not going to go that way, especially with the twin towers they have. You're 6'9". You can't be cleanup man against 2 7-footers.
Facts.
It's not going to work.
I don't know what happened to him. What happened? His mentality was the opposite of that all season long.
I can tell you.
I don't know. I really don't know. I think he's not ready. His first year being good.
Toronto and it burned his confidence.
I think he's overrated.
I think it's just his first year being good, and that's a hard mentality to lock in.
It's a contract year too.
That part.
Yeah.
That part.
Here's the reality of it also, and this is the biggest problem. And I hate to say there's a problem when you have a player that's ahead of schedule, but that is the reality of it. Cade is ahead of schedule, and everyone's catching up. And some people are doing better than others. Jenkins is doing better. Tobias doesn't really have to catch up because he's a vet at this point. But Duren is supposed to be on pace, catching up. And when you have Cade, that's basically not just a fringe all-star. He's a damn all-star. He has basically a fringe veteran.
He was an MVP candidate if they don't collapse his lung.
That's a fact. Actually, I disagree with that. You can't. He's what we're not
A
talking
number
about.
one seed in the conference, you can't. How is that even debatable? Especially the way Duren looks now. Think about it.
That's a fact.
Think about it.
That's a fact. But my point is, Duren needs. It's a lack of maturity, which is where you were going with this,
Yes.
right? It's a
Yes.
huge lack of maturity, and I don't know that he can figure it out by tomorrow. But if they want to win, he better.
I
Call
think
somebody. Call your
at the end of the day, what this is his
Call
third
your
year in the
mama.
league.
Like, get
This is
somebody to
whoa,
talk to.
relax. This is his third year in the league, or second year in the league. 'Cause this is only Cade's fourth year.
Yeah.
third or fourth. Like he's not the
So
Hey.
Duren, this is only Duren's third year, if
they're
that.
drafted after for sure, right?
You're
I
a
think it's
host.
his
You're supposed
third
to be looking it up, brother.
Oh, my fault. My fault.
Mister, wait.
so you
hold
don't
on.
think? So you don't think he had a breakthrough game 6?
I think he had successful data. Right now, it's on the coaching staff if they can identify what worked for him to him, and if he is the level of player that can take that data and make it immediately replicable, because that's high level stuff. It's high level stuff to have success in a playoff game against a certain coverage or against a certain matchup and be able to review film, identify specifically what worked well for you, and then make your mindset, that's what I'm going to do in this next game. So again, when we say lack of maturity, Cade is so ahead of schedule. I'm not even mad at Duren. He's 22 years old, right? Like, and this is his third year. So like, the frustrating thing for Detroit might be like this might just be part of it. Chet, it didn't look the same, but Chet went through something very similar, where he just wasn't quite ready. Where it seemed Shea and Jalen Williams were ready, and Chet wasn't quite ready yet. He missed his whole rookie year. And in that playoff series when they got bounced by the Mavericks, he just didn't look quite ready. And that experience, though, they came back the next year, and he was clearly ready. And then a year later, you see the player he is now. So it might just be part of the process for Detroit, where y'all were the best team in the conference for the regular season, but your youngest star needs a little bit more time in the incubator. And this is a great experience. If they win the game and they get to the conference finals, it's a phenomenal experience, but he just might not be ready yet. And that's not a bad thing, because again, he's 22.
So he was drafted in 2022. So I think he's a little bit older than that.
I'm looking at it. He's 22 years old.
He's 22. Okay. All right. But he was drafted in 2022. So this is his fourth year in the league. Cade's fifth year in the league. And to your point with Oklahoma City, I think it's only slightly differently because Shea was in the league, I think 2 or 3 years longer than Chet. So that's the only difference. He was actually at that level.
But what I'm saying is Shea was on schedule to compensate for the time difference you're saying. I'm saying Cade is ahead of schedule.
Right.
So that it creates the mismatch. The mismatch between Shea and Chet was purely age. I'm saying the mismatch here is just development. Cade is ahead of schedule, but I don't think that reflects negatively on Duren for being kind of where he should be.
To that point, the only thing I would push back on it is where he should be right now is making the right reads. Like the play.
That's the hardest thing. That's the last.
I know it's the hardest thing, but it's not that hard when you have a point guard like Cade, who basically in real time is constructing an offense.
The big and the short roll is the hardest thing to learn in the NBA.
I get it. I definitely get it. But I'm saying when you have a point guard like Cade who actually makes it significantly easier for you.
No, because
that's not how it works. I'll give you a perfect example. Think about the discourse around Gafford in the 2024 finals. Gafford is a vet who figured out how to be aggressive in scoring. But what happens when you have a star point guard? They trap early and you hit that big in the short roll. And Draymond was on a broadcast that year talking about that is actually incredibly difficult to learn. It's one of the things that makes him great. You can trap Steph, but actually Draymond in a short roll is potentially more dangerous for your defense. That is a hard skill to learn when your playmaker has been taken out of the play and you as a big at the foul line or top of key now have to play 4-on-3 and make decisions, especially if you don't have a jump shot, because that makes it a little easier because they're going to at least come out to contest that and you can break down. But if you catch it 4-on-3 and they pack the paint, you're looking at a box.
Right.
Like
Yeah,
those
I
are
can see
hard
that.
reads.
It's counterintuitive because your whole life you never had to do that because you just dominated in the paint. But like
Fact.
now you have other NBA players on your level who are gonna come at you. You gotta figure out whether you want to score or pass, and you got the foul line. You never have to be like there before, probably for most of your career.
I still think the Pistons are going to win though,
Me too.
because James Harden is going to James Harden.
But that's a fact. When was the last time we saw him in a conference finals? Legitimately.
2018.
Yeah,
A long time. It's a long time.
and he's had good teams.
Great.
He's had legendary teams, some might say.
Regular season.
I wouldn't go that far.
For the regular season. For the
Since 2018, I wouldn't say
on
legendary.
paper, this nigga
From
had teams-
2018 on,
He had
I wouldn't say.
rosters.
rosters. I'm
No. No. The only argue you could say legendary is that Nets team, but they weren't healthy.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
that
should've
Sixers
won.
team was not that good. Those Clippers teams were not that good. Like
Well, Clippers team was all right.
it wasn't a
were-
legendary
they were-
roster.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, it wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Like
I'm dragging it. I'm exaggerating a bit. But
That
it was
Sixers
good
roster
enough.
wasn't
It was good enough that
legendary.
it should have been
No,
8.
I'm not gonna hold you. I will never forget that game 7 when he was
I
on the
know,
Sixers.
I know.
Never forget that. I still can't let
Mind
that-
you, 40-point
stamped it, yeah.
triple double the game before.
Yeah,
The game before 40-point triple double, and you pop out with 7 points, 1 to 9. I
Game-
don't get it. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Game
Yeah.
7
It's
is when
random.
they're gonna regret trading James Harden for Darius Garland.
100%. 100%.
Watch.
Real life, you know how I feel. They already regret it because you're supposed to win a game 6 at home to go to the conference finals.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
You're
sure.
not supposed to you're not supposed to get on a plane and go back to Detroit to play the number 1 seed.
The number
Like
one.
you let
had
young
him,
boys
man.
you let young boys come in and win a winner all go home game on the road.
and punch you in the mouth. Fully.
That's also development,
yeah.
mind you. Remember what I was saying? Experience going into Cleveland down 3-2 and forcing a game to come back home to get your home court advantage. That's a big character development for that team right there. And
Yeah.
to your point, Dre, the fact that Duran showed up in that very big for his development. But I'm not going to jump the gun. He still might not be ready, and I don't hold that against him. It's just part of the process.
There's a very real chance that we're gonna see Cavs Knicks in the finals, in the conference finals.
That's gross, though.
It might be, but it also might be reality. And we gotta face it. We really do. But I think we've exhausted this topic. If anyone else has anything to say, and I'm winding down because I gotta head out of here. But before I leave, I wanted to toss it over to, and this is gonna be a little bit of a packed topic, and this is gonna see us out. Obviously, last night the Spurs are advancing to the conference finals. The Thunder already advanced to the conference finals. Let's break down those two series: Spurs versus Minnesota, and then Oklahoma City versus the Lakers. And then we'll go into our expectations for Spurs Thunder because I think that's where many people saw the West going. Bro,
Can I talk about the Wolves real quick?
I was going to start you off with the Lakers, but yeah.
Nah, I want to talk about the Wolves.
All right.
Because I clearly have been teeing this up all playoffs and my picks that I've been picking, but I'm gonna say this moving forward. I'm never sleeping on the Wolves again.
Yeah, you shouldn't. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not. I don't. Someone made a really funny video that says like, "Yo, the Wolves be having middling regular seasons, and then we be thinking they're not good, but we forget that the playoffs is about who's a bitch and who's not." and the Wolves just showed to every series like, "Oh, you think I'm a bitch?" Julius Randle's whole game is playing as if he believes his defender thinks he's a bitch. Jalen
But that's the problem, right? That's the problem.
McDaniels approaches every game assuming the other team is a bitch.
That's a fact.
Edwards be chilling most games, and then they about to lose the game, and he realizes, oh wait, y'all think we bitches, and then he takes over and wins the game. And Rudy Gobert acts in the playoffs like he finally heard everything everyone says about him all year, and goes, "Oh, bitch, I am not."
Not a French accent.
You talking? You talking like they won the series? I'm done with the Timberwolves.
Well, bro, Ant had zero knees. Like,
Yeah.
like I don't
But
believe
I
in more
saw that
victories,
actually
but
great.
I don't believe in more. Listen, I don't believe in more victories, but I just want to give them love because, like, without Dante and without 2 knees, they really almost did it to this team that we look
They
at.
did
As a
not
very
almost
good,
do it.
they really almost did it to them.
Down by 30.
No, they did not. It would have been done
Margin
in
of victory. Y'all
5.
still talking about
potentially.
margin of victory.
It would have been done in 5 if it wasn't for them ejecting Wemby.
Wemby,
I don't
that's a
believe that.
fact. That's
You
a,
don't
no,
believe that,
that's
but
a
it is a
fact.
possibility.
That's why he came in and punched
Why
him
are
in
we
the face. Like,
celebrating the Timberwolves? I think they should blow it up.
What?
Whoa. For real?
That makes
I
no
am
sense.
done with
Fair,
the
That
fair.
makes
Timberwolves.
no
Waste of
sense.
time.
Oh, before you continue, Fair, we talked about we might be
It's a
starting
waste of
doing
an NBA team,
hot
man.
takes on our TikTok. And Paul's just been, since we said it, Paul's been coming with hot take after hot take after hot. This guy's got nothing but material.
I think
Nothing
they
but
finally found.
material.
Listen, I think they finally found their Mike Conley replacement in Io. Mind you, all that Rob Dillingham talk. Io is the exact player Rob Dillingham should have became.
Oh, 50 points off the bench. That's what you wanted for.
On my mama,
You
on
wanted
my
for Rock
soul,
Dillingham. Okay.
on my soul. No, but look, think long term. They finally they seem to have solved their point guard issue. Io, and that's a trade deadline pickup. Let him get a whole training camp under his belt, right? They're gonna miss Dante, but maybe they make a trade to replace that production, and maybe they go get a 2-way player. So maybe it's a blessing in disguise. No disrespect to Dante, no disrespect. Maybe to fill that spot, they go get a 2-way player, right? Jaden McDaniel seems to have taken a big step in his personal offense. Maybe
Yeah,
he
I agree
becomes
with
the
that.
second option over Julius.
Not
Maybe
last
Julius
night.
becomes more of a facilitator. Like there's a lot of upside.
No,
And
there's-
and y'all know how I feel about breaking up young cores prematurely. This team has been to 2 conference finals already, and if not for injuries, they arguably could have got to a 3rd straight one. I'm not running to break this team up.
I
young
can't-
core.
So here's the thing. Here's the only thing. I'll
Yes,
leave it.
Ant,
Everyone,
McDaniels, Io. That's a young and Nas. That's a young core.
everyone except for
Not so
Ant
young.
underperformed last night in an elimination game.
Is anyone I just mentioned over 30?
Anyone that you mentioned? No.
Yeah, young core,
Ah.
young core.
I don't think to your point, I agree with you. I disagree with Paul. I don't think you should blow him up. But I think actually, no. Hold on. Jaden McDaniels is under 30 and he stunk it up last
I said, is anyone over 30?
Oh, over no.
Young core.
Young core. Sure. The young core is strong,
You're
but
calling them core. I don't know. If
Jaden
they're
McDaniels, 13 points last night, 4 of 13. Io, only 10 points. 9 assists, but only 10 points.
But what is his
Ant-
role? What is his role?
Facilitate. And he did that.
So I'm
He
saying-
did that.
so he did his job.
He did his job. I can't look past Jaden McDaniels should have hit more shots. Julius Randle sucked. There's gonna be call what it is. Julius Randle was awful. One of I think it was either 1 of 8 or 1 of 9
Yeah, that's
in an
not good.
elimination. In an elimination game. Ant needs a strong number 2, and he doesn't have it on this team.
What was Ant's stats?
He had
was-
24 on 9 of 26, but he has no knees, bro. Like
He's injured.
How many threes did he take?
only
A lot.
7. That's not a lot in today's NBA.
It's not a lot, but he was 4 of 7. Oh, I'm sorry, that's free throws. He was
2 of 7.
2 of 7, so not good.
He
Not
has no
good.
knees, man. The fact that he gave you 24 points, he's not supposed to be playing.
But are we
Yeah,
going to
I
look
think-
past the fact that the Wolves need a number 2 guy?
Yeah, but needing a number 2 doesn't mean you break up their young core.
No,
Because
I agree.
Yeah,
with you.
Mind you, I
would've
didn't
break
say
them up
Julius
either.
Randle was part of that
Explain
young.
why y'all are
So
wrong.
I think replacing Julius Randle is not equivalent to blowing it up. Do
No,
I
I
think
agree.
replacing Julius Randle might make sense? Yes, but that's not blowing it up to me. Don't blow this up.
No. Paul,
Because your
I
young
think
bench
Paul-
guys,
No.
are showing up. Terrence Shannon Jr. just made some money this playoffs.
Yes,
What's
it did.
the goal?
Nas Reed, maybe he has finally earned the right to be a starter.
and be the number 2 guy, whoever it is.
You feel
They
me?
need
Like
something.
I think it's Jaden McDaniels, bro. But he has to.
He has maturity issues.
He doesn't. They need to play like he is the
Offensive
second
game
option.
there yet? This is
I
offensive
think
game
so.
there
I think
yet?
he showed us that in the Denver series. I think they need to play more like he's the second guy, which might mean getting rid of Julius. I think if they play like he's the second guy, he showed me a lot. He showed me a lot of development in this playoffs.
We talking about setting a team up to get eliminated in the second round every year again.
I'm
Who?
not talking about
Who's
that.
got eliminated in the
I'm
second
talking
round every year?
or conference finals, whatever. They are
That's
always
very different. That's very different. The Celtics lived in the conference finals for a long time, and no one said that was a bad thing. And then they won a chip, and it all seemed to make sense, right?
not to me.
Well, I'm not gonna be disrespectful. I'm not gonna be disrespectful, but
Right?
I'm not gonna be disrespectful. But, huh?
But what? You have no point. Listen, all I'm saying.
You ain't won nothing.
Why did you take him off? Who took him off the screen?
I
He
think
took himself
did.
off. He had to leave.
Yeah, left.
Oh,
If you
Listen,
think
Irish goodbye.
having a core team that lives in the conference finals and you're just trying to tweak it to win to break through is not a good situation to be in, I don't know what you want. Like
because
you're
they
like,
don't have because you will look at the Timberwolves. I think Anthony Edwards is part of the problem. I'm not gonna hold you.
All
You
right.
will look at the Timberwolves,
Yeah,
and
well,
a lot of people
this is an unfair year to say that.
And
That's so unfair to him to
And
have
that's
that
all.
take this year.
and that's all.
Go ahead.
You and a lot of people, especially the old heads love Anthony Edwards, right? And I know why, but a lot of people look at this team as a team that's on the threshold, right? You got to deal with Wemby now and the Spurs.
Sure.
It's over for that. It's over for that. Every team is going to have to adjust. Wemby's going to have a similar impact to NBA team rosters, like how Shaq did. You're going to have a guy that can match up with
That
him,
guy doesn't exist.
Mitchell Robinson. You're going to have to
All right,
have
bro.
a
Here
guy.
we go.
Oh,
You're
we
not-
go.
You've seen it. You've seen
Here we
it.
go.
You watch the games, right? You watch the
Hey,
games. Right?
if he puts 55, if he
seen
puts a double nickel on Mitch's
He will
head,
never
I'm
do that.
texting you.
He will never do that.
I'm
You've
texting
seen it.
never. If he puts a
Never.
double nickel on Mitch's head, I'm texting you.
Never.
If he does that, I'm going live on our
Like that.
Instagram and I'm adding you to the chat.
It will never happen. You could do. I take your word for it, but it will never happen. Listen, all I'm saying is you need a guy that could at least try to match up with him. It's. I knew from the time I saw the Timberwolves playing the Spurs, it's gonna be a wrap. It's gonna be a wrap. And then Anthony Edwards' style of play doesn't help. And I get it what you're saying about, he had no knees, he had injury. I get it. But he has fallen in love, or the team has fallen in love with him taking threes.
He's a great 3-point shooter statistically.
I understand that. But here's the problem, right? It's almost similar to like a Jason Tatum issue, right? 3 is greater than 2, but you're gonna be more efficient if you eat in the 2-point range more than the 3. A great
get there.
3-point shooter is shooting 40 to 45%, right?
I feel like can I just pause you there? I think again I'm gonna make a development point because it is still young, and I think there's stages, and I think you come into the league as a rim rocker, right? I
Okay.
think when you start developing, I think in the old days it worked sequentially backwards, where
Yes.
if you were a rim rocker, you got a midi and then you got
Yes.
a 3. And I
Yes.
think today it doesn't work like that. I think today if you come in a rim rocker, the next thing you develop is actually the 3, and the final nugget of your complete game is the mid range. So this is again, I think this is part of the process. Like
if you develop it, some people don't develop it. It's not an inevitable like development though. That's the thing. That's the difference in this day and age. Because
but
them
Ant's
older-
track record of development would lend towards him. He's gonna have a complete game. You don't be watching off the court stuff. Like I watched the Olympic documentary. I listened to all the interviews around what was happening that summer because I like to hear what guys are saying, other guys are doing, or how guys are speaking about their off time. The way Ant spoke about what he did and what he worked on and what he took from that summer, when he spoke about I sat and he said I experimented with the footwork on 3s that KD uses and that
I
Steph
remember,
uses.
yeah.
I sat and I worked on the grip that AD uses and I worked on the grip that KD uses. He has the mindset for perfecting his game. That is a player who's sitting there in a summer while on the Olympic team and experimenting with his stance, experimenting with his grip, experimenting with his rhythm, whether he's a hop or a 1-2 or a step in. That is not a guy that tells me he's going to just stop and his game isn't going to develop into completion.
You've never seen what you're talking about.
What do you mean?
The development that you're talking about, we haven't seen.
I have.
Those players that get to that 3-point line, they don't fall back into the mid range. It hasn't happened.
Why?
Because that's the era we're in.
Kawhi. I said
You
Kawhi.
said Kawhi?
Yes.
Yeah.
Was he really that great of a 3-point shooter on the Spurs?
Oh, brother, you need to go back and watch when he was on the Spurs. He became a superstar from 3-point shooting. He became a superstar because he came back one year and could light it up.
Wait, hold on. No. Come on, man.
The mini game he has now? You tell me he had that in San Antonio?
No, but he did have a mini game, though.
I think he became a superstar when he became a threat at the rim and three. And then towards when he got to Toronto, he started pulling out all this mid-range game. And he completed his progression.
But we're going back 12 years ago. Right? That's a different era.
I think Tatum's on the trajectory right now. I think Tatum's on the trajectory right now.
You better hope Tatum was on the actually, no, he's not. Because Tatum had the mid-range game. He was a mid-range assassin.
He had a baby. No. All right, we have to be honest about this. Listen. No. I'm not. I'm gonna say let's be honest about this. He had a baby mid-range. He had not a lot. Listen, let's be real. He had a lot of nice mid-range highlights that we all remember in his game. But if you actually went and look at the numbers, he was not an efficient mid-range shooter in early in his career. He made a lot of nice highlights of the mid-range. It looked good. But if you actually sat and watched Celtics games and looked at the tape, he was not efficient from the mid-range. He wasn't.
He unequivocally had a mid-range game, and if it was a different
era, how much of a game is it if you shoot 35% from mid-range?
If it was a different era, he would have just kept developing.
But Paul, how good of a game is it if you shoot 35%? If you shoot 35% from mid-range, how much of a mid-range game do you actually have just because you have some moves?
The man had the moves and was developing because he was young.
He was shooting 35%.
He was developing. He had the moves. He was young. They changed his whole game because that's so where
we had the same perspective. Then I think I just have a grace for different paths. Because if you're gonna sit there and say shooting 35% from mid range is a part of the progression, and he'll eventually just get better, that's one way to do it. I think it's a perfectly viable way also to become an elite shooter. Period. First. And then develop into the mid-range. I don't think that's a faulty way to go.
That don't happen.
It does.
That's a whole mindset shift. I don't think that's smart. That's a mindset shift. You're shifting one way and then you're going another way. No. I don't know. I don't.
Alan, what do you think?
I actually think he has a good enough mid-range game right now. I think it is a lot of shot selection where he's. I don't want to say settling. I think it's the game plan that he goes for a lot of threes.
See how you wanted to say settling though.
Just like that, because naturally you think it's settling, but I do think it's game plan. I honestly do think it's game plan.
Yep,
from the shoot the threes. But his mid-range game and his mid-post game is very, very good especially for a person his age. He can make those shots. So the reason why I going back to the original question, I don't think it's best to blow him up right now. I think you can add talent to the roster. You can add some talent to it, but I don't think it's wise to blow them up because of how good they've been. They're the 6th seed this year, but they're not supposed to be a 6th seed. And it was out for a month in the playoffs. They should be 3 at least. You know what I mean?
I think they got to redirect.
Can I offer some stats? Can I offer some stats for perspective? Can I offer some stats for perspective? So, Alan, I love that you brought up game plan because this is a point, right? And this is why I say in today's game, the game might dictate that the progression takes this path. Because in today's game, if you come in as a rim rocker, they are going to trap on the dribble and pack the paint on you. That doesn't create a space for mid-range. If they are going to trap as soon as you put the ball down, you can't. How are you mid-ranging? If they're packing the paint and going boxes and elbows, how are you mid-ranging? In today's game, if you were a rim rocker, the only way to soften the defense up enough for you to even be able to get into the seams is if they have to come out and guard you up top. You have to establish range to actually extend the defense for you even have a chance to get downhill enough to get a mid-range. So to your point, yes, it's settling, but also I think, Alan, you're right. It's game plan. He came in as such a downhill force that the game plan against him is box and elbows, trap, and double. So right now, he's in a phase of his career of trying to be an elite three-point shooter such that they can't play that way. And I'm going to name you some other players. I just went to this year to the most mid-range makes. in the NBA this season. I'm going to say right now, before you try to jump on me with a gotcha, not all these players fit the mold that I'm about to say. But I think I can say enough of them in the top 10 that do. Okay? Here were the top 10 mid-range makes in the NBA this year, right? Number one, no surprise, or maybe a surprise, Jaylen Brown with 736 mid-range field goals made this year. Okay? Second, Shea, 731. Third, Kevin Durant, 716. Fourth, Tyrese Maxey, 694. 5, Luka Doncic, 693. 6, Brunson, 689. 7, Mitchell, 678. 8, Murray, 657. 9, Jokic, 654. Kawhi at 10, 635. I could tell you right now for at least Maxey, Mitchell, Doncic, Murray, and I could make an argument Kevin Durant, but I won't. All of them became high-volume three-point shooters before they made this list. I'll stand on that. I will stand on that.
Say the names again that you think. Yeah,
I would say Maxey, Doncic, Mitchell, and Murray, and I wouldn't argue Brunson, but I can maybe argue KD, but I won't. So I'll just stick with those 4: Maxey, Doncic, Mitchell, Murray. Kawhi too. I'm standing on that too. Kawhi too. They all became higher volume 3-point shooters before they made this list. That's a fact.
So okay,
that's a fact.
Here's the thing, right? And this is, I don't want to drag this out because we got other stuff to talk about, but this kind of, I think we're having a disagreement about the type of shots. I'm not just talking about where they're scoring from. I'm talking about the type of shots.
Yeah,
right?
the shot selection.
Yeah, it's like, I get what you're trying to say. Like, getting that 3 opens up the mid-range game. Yes. So he's gonna chuck up more shots so that and get more efficient out there, so that they're gonna have to guard him, and then he's blown by doing the pull-up threes. I mean, the pull-up mid-range shots.
Right.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about running plays to get him the ball on the box or the elbow.
Nobody does that anymore, though, so don't put that on him.
Who don't do that? Jalen Brunson does. Like that.
No one plays off. They run Jalen Brunson gets entry passes.
Jalen Brunson gets the ball.
Does he get what you just described? Is him going down, ducking in, and getting an entry pass? Tell me that happens with Jalen Brunson right now.
Did I say that?
What you described is saying that. You said run plays and offense for him to get the ball at the box. So that means he's running down, ducking in, and getting an entry pass. Please tell me a superstar who that happens for, other than LeBron James at this point.
Or the elbow.
No one plays like that anymore. You can't name me a player
like
that
KD plays like
that. They don't. No, they don't. No, they don't.
Embiid might be the last one.
Real life. No one. I'm telling you, no one plays like. No one run. No one comes down and gives the ball to their non-superstar. Has their superstar post up at the elbow and then they throw it in. Nobody plays like that anymore. Literally nobody. So I'm not putting that on him. No offenses run like that no more.
I never said that it's his fault. I just think that is the truth of the matter, that that's what needs to happen.
Okay, but don't say Ant is the problem. They say that the style of play NBA wise is the problem. You said Ant is the problem. That's how we got into this whole thing.
Ant is the problem because I don't know. Just like Jason Tatum, I don't know whose decision it is.
But I think to the point, what you want to see, I think that's clearly not him because nobody plays like that. NBA offense isn't played like that anymore. You can't show me any substantial footage of an NBA team having a non-star bring the ball down like they used to, and their star go post up at the elbow or block, and they do a clear out ISO side and just throw it in and let them go to work. They don't even do that for Shea, and Jaylen Brown, who had almost 800 field goals in the mid-range this year. Those teams don't even play like that.
Hold on. Alan, have you seen Anthony Edwards in mid-range position with a live dribble, do a little jab set, pull up shot, and all? You've seen these type of moves from him, right?
Yeah, I've seen him post up and everything too. I've seen him do all that.
I'm saying he needs more of that. You acting like this is just some outdated thing. It still happens a lot. It's just that the problem.
It doesn't.
It happens with certain players. Anthony Edwards, you view him as a point guard. You said this on the podcast. I don't view him like that.
No, I said he's absolutely not a point guard. What? That was my whole argument. Let's not go down that rabbit hole.
You
That's
said
not
he had point guard size or something like that. You said something about him being like a point or something. And I
Brother,
was like,
no, I have long talked about how much Minnesota needs a point guard, so we're not gonna go down that rabbit hole. I just want to finish up on the point that I'm not even saying that if what you said happened were to take place, it wouldn't be successful. I just think that's an unrealistic expectation because modern NBA offense isn't played like that. If the two players who had almost 800 field goals in the mid-range, who led the league, don't get steady diets of elbow post-up ISOs, why would we expect Anthony Edwards to do so? Why would we expect Finch to draw that up for Anthony Edwards?
Listen,
that's all I'm saying. Like it's unrealistic. Like,
listen, I think a guy like you put Tyrese Maxey was in that list, and I think you missed it. But in the beginning, I said he needs to take more mid-range shots. So
he's on his progression path. This was the year where he added it. This was and now it's gonna keep going.
I hope so.
Because
I saw a lot of it against the Celtics, and I saw almost none of it.
That's also a coverage thing, though.
You know what's gonna be really interesting? This might be like a little
You think my fault. You think Mike Brown didn't see that? You think he didn't see Tyrese kill the Celtics from the mid range?
He killed them from everywhere.
I'm just saying though, like you think but go ahead, Alan.
Yeah, so but maybe like to segue into like the next topic, but what's gonna be interesting to me about all this that we're talking about now, I think all this could change about how the NBA is played, depending on how the Spurs OKC series goes. Because much like you said, it's boxes and elbows, what you're gonna do. We can't get mid-range, right? But OKC has a weapon that can help them with the Thunder and Chet, and the fact that he can step out and bring Wemby out the paint.
Yes.
If that opens up OKC's ability to get more mid-range shots that way, because then they'll be able to go downhill and just shoot mid-ranges, that might dictate how the rest of the league goes. Because just like you said, Paul,
yep,
the league is going to like start building a roster to counteract Wemby, much like they did with Shaq. So that next series could dictate how the rest of the league is played for the next 10 years. And that's
Hartenstein might not get a lot of minutes in that series. You might have to go with Dub the second and Chet.
Yeah. But on the East side, if Jalen Brunson brings a chip to New York, I think that changes.
Hold on, can we finish the analysis that we were doing? Can we finish the?
I think that changes how teams play develop guards.
Why?
Interesting.
Jalen Brunson's own success is from him becoming more traditional. So why would I guess to your point, since a lot of teams aren't training their guards to become more traditional, maybe from that standpoint, watching this super scoring guard win because he became more traditional
is how he scores.
Maybe I understand, but we had this whole conversation. Jalen Brunson being the hyper usage scoring guard, finally winning a ring once he became more traditional. Maybe that would wake teams up to, hey, develop these guards to be able to at least play more traditional and have that in their bag instead of turning them into super scorers. So I would love to see that. Not necessarily the Brunson ring part, but I would love for more of the league to begin to train their guards to actually have
on the ring.
I said, do I want to see it? No, because I always want to see myself with the ring. If you're asking me what I'd rather the Knicks win, if you're asking me what I'd rather the Knicks have a ring over other teams, the answer for a lot of the teams would be yes.
Where are you from? You want to see yourself win a ring?
I want to see myself win a ring, yes.
Where are you from?
The Liberty got me. Don't worry about it. Liberty got me, boy. Only team in WNBA history to score over 95 points in all three of their first three games. Y'all need to go see what's happening over there in the W. If you're not woke already, they're getting buckets over there, brother. They're touching earth now. They've evolved.
You don't think people see your tactics? Every time I get you on the Knicks, you switch to the Liberty. You people don't see that? All right.
Light it up.
But anyway, Yo, you gotta talk about the Lakers, man.
Well, can we finish with the Spurs Thunder? Because
we
Alan, I
did.
think
Okay.
you were making a really good point with that, and I wanted to just nail that home.
Yeah, like I was just saying, like the Chet will be able to bring out Wemby, and that opens up the paint for them. If that makes them decidedly win the series, that's going to change how the league like views how to go against the Spurs, because like we talked about, Wembanyama is a matchup like problem. He's a game breaker. So because as opposed to what Paul was saying, how like Mitch is like a good way to counteract them, I think once he figures out how to handle with another strong center, I don't think Mitch is gonna like be that much of a problem for him, and it's just a matter of time.
It also doesn't help them offensively, right? Like Mitch is not deterring Wemby's defensive impact.
Absolutely.
But Jalen Brunson is using Mitch now. He's throwing him lobs for the first time.
Yeah, that'll be a difference. That'll be different.
So,
But we also have to remember the thing about the Thunder, which allows Shea to get mid-range off the dribble downhill, is that they have 72 snipers.
yeah.
So, like, if Anthony Edwards had 76 snipers, maybe we would see more mid-range shots, because Shea gets guarded one-on-one a lot. Lakers actually showed for the first time, like, what actually committing to doubling Shea looks like, and it was very foreign for the Thunder, and they looked awkward. But they have 77 snipers,
So it didn't matter.
and they figured it out. But I think that was a blueprint. It's like, and honestly, it was like a sad revelation. The Lakers dared to do it, where most teams won't dare to do it because they believe in the shooters. The Lakers dared the Thunder. They're like, no, one of y'all other ones beat us. And AJ Mitchell was like, bet.
Okay.
And we were like, at the end of the day, you had to tip your hat, like, heard you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, okay, then, like, fair enough. They really do got mad good players, like, respect. But most teams don't even do that, which is why Shea's able to get off what he gets off. Most teams are playing him one-on-one, which is crazy. No player of that caliber should ever be allowed to play one-on-one.
Yeah. At that point, though, you got to look at the rules in the NBA, because all they did was just use the rules to their advantage to get as many good players as they could.
I'm not mad at them at all. See, I'm not a hater. Like that's if we want to shift to transition to Lakers, like there was no hate in my heart watching it. It was actually outside of the reffing, which was egregious, and I'm not even gonna talk about it, but it was disgusting. Outside of that, like, whereas with the belt that I received from the Nuggets, it felt fake and I didn't like it because I felt like Jokic really didn't want it with AD and was getting bailed out a lot. And Jamal Murray was being fake because D'Angelo Russell was guarding him. And I watched Jamal Murray not be like that against so many other guards. And only so like everything about those series felt wrong, where I was like, they're getting this off on us. But like this is BS. That series I was watching, and I was like, this is ethical, well-deserved belt.
Yeah.
Like this team is like outside of the calls, none of the calls I thought came at like critical plays where it was like, oh, that was the game. It just was like the tenor of the game. And I was like, the Thunder are playing well enough. Y'all don't need to be doing this. Like y'all just being like, this is just making the game annoying with these calls. The Thunder are playing well enough. But like at every moment, the plays that they made, they just like every single person in their roster made the right play, bro. Like they don't make mistakes, and they all are skilled enough to like make a shot in a bind.
Yeah.
Like, and it was just and like I loved it. It was like the basketball that I love to watch, where like everyone's a basketball player and everyone's high IQ, but there's also no ego, and you just keep playing and do what you're supposed to do. And if you're in a tight spot, you're skilled enough to make something happen. And I was just like, damn. Like, and we played well as well. We just literally didn't have enough.
No.
Like the rotation we brought into the series wasn't enough. And two of our people in our rotation got played off the floor in the series. Like we came in with an 8-man rotation that wasn't good enough. And then Jake LaRavia and DeAndre Ayton both couldn't play anymore.
DeAndre Ayton, boy.
We had 6 players we could play, and that's it. Like, and 2 of them were not good. You know what I mean? Like Jackson Hayes, bless his heart, he played pretty well as he could, but they had Chet. You know,
DeAndre, and your career is in trouble.
Marcus Smart played as great as he possibly could, but they had AJ Mitchell.
Marcus
You know
Smart
what I
played
mean?
really
Like
well
Luke Kennard
in the
played
playoffs.
pretty well, but they had Caruso and Kaysen Wallace. You know what I mean? It just they were just
Yeah.
quite literally better. They didn't play all that better. We didn't beat ourselves a bunch. Like their players 1-to-1 were simply better than ours.
Need more shooters. That's what I would say.
No, we need more basketball players. I watched the post season exit conference for JJ Redick and Rob Pelinka, and JJ Redick is hilarious because he's so straight to the point, but it sounds like high level basketball / simple down. But I know exactly what he'd be saying. He's like, yeah, when we think about building up this team and we reflect, he was like, we need more players that can dribble, pass, and shoot. And he was like, that might sound simple and crazy, but that's actually just the fact of the matter. We need more players that can dribble, pass. And I was like, that's a fact.
Yeah.
There's too many players that we play that can only do 1 to 2 of those things. Rui played amazing. Rui is on statistics the greatest 3-point shooter in the playoffs ever. That's not gas. That is real fact. Statistically, he is the greatest 3-point shooter in the playoffs ever, but he can't pass. And he can only kind of dribble. So, you know what I mean? The way you can play is limited. Marcus Smart, he can dribble and pass. Can't shoot that great.
But you know
Luke
what?
Kennard, he can shoot, but he can't really dribble. You know what I mean? Like, we have too many people that, like, only can do certain things, and we don't have enough complete basketball players.
But you know what, though? Like, I fully do believe the way LeBron was playing, if you had just more shooters, it would have been
No, you
better.
know why? I hate to say this. Maybe it was fatigue. Maybe it was because he had to be the first option, and that fatigued him more than he's prepared for. LeBron can't get downhill no more, bro.
Yeah, but yeah, not like
He
that.
like not at all, bro. Like in a one-on-one size up, he can't get a step on nobody no more. He has to turn his back and try to bully you down.
Yeah.
Now he can get as a cutter, he still has a lot of momentum. So like when Luka was playing, he was having a bunch of dunks and lobs because as a cutter, if he catches his man slipping, he can get downhill and accelerate and elevate. But one-on-one, like me and you, he can't beat nobody no more. And I would be so confused because like when we needed a bucket and they would give it to Bron, I'd be like, all right, here's where like LeBron hits a little crossover, gets down left, and at least gets fouled or something. And I would see him size up and size up and size up. And I'm like, he's trying to figure out what the hell he can do. Like I could tell he knows I'm not going to get by him. I'm trying to create space to get a midi off. But if he's not letting me do that, like, so the shooters win that. We need more players that can hoop.
I think he was still
That
effective.
bag talk coming in.
I think he was still effective though. Like
No, he definitely was. But it's in terms of play style, right? Like if he can't put downhill pressure to create gravity, having a bunch of specialist shooters out there is not going to help. Because if he gets trapped and has to just kick out to the wing to a clone of Luke Kennard, unlike Kaysen Wallace, who with 4 seconds left can drive and hit you with a little move for a midi or a little step back for a 3, Luke Kennard's not doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like
floater, little mid-range floaters.
he's not Alex Caruso. He's not AJ Mitchell. You know what I'm saying? We need basketball players. Give me Jeremy Grant. Free Jeremy Grant.
Yeah, we'll
He was
see.
saying that for years.
He's a basketball player, man. What was y'all opinions of it? Because then I gotta go soon.
I don't know. I think the Thunder the Thunder's too good, man. Like I'm more so interested. Thunder is too good. They never had a chance to me. It was a sweep. I'm more so interested on what's going to happen with the Lakers for next year because I know you're saying they need more basketball players, but I don't know who they could go out and get.
Jeremy
And I'm
Grant,
interested to know can they get him? I don't know his contract situation.
free agent.
And you need more than
Alright.
one player, in my opinion.
I agree. Peyton Watson as well would be great.
Yeah, I've been looking at Peyton Watson. That would be a really good pickup for y'all.
Fact.
Another big maybe that could help.
Well,
that
of
could
course.
Lob with Luka.
Well, of course.
Specifically,
Nick
yeah,
Claxton, we
specifically.
taking him off y'all hands. What y'all want, Dalton?
Hell no, that one's not enough. I need first round pick.
For Claxton?
Ray Claxton. Claxton is good.
If you don't take Dalton and Thiero and have a nice day,
who is I don't even know who Thiero is. I'm not taking Ronaldo Thiero. I need first round. For Claxton. Yeah, starting caliber center. Yeah.
A first round pick. Come on, dogs.
Yeah. I need
just
that,
come up off that. Come up off that real quick. You don't even have a number 1 overall pick. Like, what you building?
No, we have that. This year we have that. Oh, you talking about number 1 overall or first round?
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to trigger you.
I don't want to talk about it.
Get on your Dean. Get on your Dean.
If you get Darius A-Cup, you're gonna be all right, man. I'm telling you.
Get on your Dean.
Huh?
If you get A-Cup, you're gonna be all right.
I would love A-Cup, but I feel like he's not gonna fall to 6th. Adam Silver, yo, we need to talk, bro. Wizards got the number 1 pick. Adam Silver, are you serious? All this talk the NBA did about not rewarding this egregious tanking that we saw. Are you Adam Silver? Are you serious right now, dog? Who deserves it more than the Nets, bro? Even I would even been mad if it was the Pacers, but you got the most egregious teams this season. The first 3 picks went to Washington Wizards, Utah Jazz, and Memphis Grizzlies, all of which who just stopped playing their players after a while. This is the most egregious thing I've ever seen in my life. I cannot believe how this draft went, how this draft lottery went. Who deserves it more than us? Adam Silver's a Knicks fan in real life, bro. Who deserves it more than the Nets? We went 7-2 in December, bro. 7-2. We tried. We played. We just have young players. That's why we were trash. And they're going to say, like, it's not scripted. Whatever. I don't want to hear that. There's been too much evidence for y'all to tell me that the NBA doesn't, like, rig the drafts every so often. And now the year when it was the last time we're doing this type of draft, the 1 year, that's when y'all want to do an actual lottery, and it ends up fucked up like this. Are you kidding me, Adam Silver? Are you serious? We got the 6th pick. It's Sean Marks. I want you out, bro. I told you last year you had 1 more year to show me something. Your plan failed. We were supposed to get a number 1 pick last year, and this year went to 6 and 8. And shout out to the player we got at 6. I like him a lot. Igor Denham might be as good as old boy in Portland. I like him. He's him. Ceiling is old boy in Portland. That's the ceiling. I forgot his name. Denny Avia. That's the ceiling. Facts. So watch out for Igor Denham. I like him. But we were supposed to get number 1 pick, bro. I'm sick of this. I'm so sick of this. This is crazy to me. What?
You know how I know it's rigged? You know how I know it's rigged? Because after the lottery, they came out immediately with a statement and said next year will not look like this when we do the new changes that we're going to do. And I was like, so you're telling me you couldn't do it in real time, which means that you're telling me the rules that allow taking to work, you pre-selected this long ago. you pre-selected it so long ago that you couldn't even change it for this year. You immediately came out and said, hey, these are the old rules. We gonna fix it for next year.
The Wizards got the number 1 pick. After all that foolishness, the Wizards got the number 1 pick.
It's a lottery, though. What you want? It's a lottery.
Yeah, lottery, right? Lottery might add, yeah.
I've already given my solution. Literally reverse it.
I mean, it's only going to get harder for teams next year. It's not going to be like what happened this year. It's going to be impossible next year.
You get penalized for sucking. The team that loses the worst, has the worst record in the league, gets like the 8th pick.
Sheesh.
If you just miss the play-ins, you get the number 1 overall pick.
I mean, that's possible this year. I mean, starting next year, it's going to be possible for that.
I think that's the best way, bro. Have people fighting to win games, to either, and then your goal is, look, either we get in the playoffs or we get the number 1 overall pick, but we have to fight for something. Imagine if like they could market like the last game of the season, like between 2 teams that missed the plan as the bowl for the first round pick, but it's not a tank off. Like imagine the Warriors in 2020 playing like the Kings, and the winner got the number 1 overall pick, and like Steph putting up 50 points to get the number 1. Like, come on, like it's easy, bro. Like this is an easy fix, bro.
Yeah, that's a good plan. You got to put that on something.
I'm saying, bro,
You gotta
like
say that
it's,
somewhere.
it's so
Yeah.
simple.
But then-
It's so simple.
then-
Just reverse the incentive, bro. If the incentive to get all the benefits is winning, you're gonna have players out there. But imagine if the Wizards and Jazz had to do it this year, and Anthony Davis came back. You got Trey and AD playing against Laurie and Keontae, them boys trying to get the number 1 overall pick. That would have been low key fire.
It would have been.
Yeah. I can't disagree.
Yeah, but we better
Anyway.
get A-Cuff.
If you do, you'll be all right. I'm telling you.
I'm about to
I like
dip.
the
Is there
odds
anything
of
else we need to touch on?
You got to make our picks, man.
Yeah, predictions for tomorrow.
Spurs,
I got
Thunder.
I got Thunder in 6.
I got Thunder in 7.
I think that youth is gonna finally show up.
I really
That's why,
don't know.
that's why I say 6. I don't know if I don't know if the Spurs is ready like that.
Do you think, Paul?
Right. I'll say Thunder in 7.
I respect it,
I say Thunder in 7.
and I'm gonna just
Although
skip.
I have a feeling like Wemby is just gonna go crazy on Chet.
Nah, but the way Chet's playing this playoffs, I think angry
Yeah.
Chet might be a problem, bro.
Mm.
And again,
This
Chet got
series
Chet
might
got champion
be good.
aura. Wemby is still wet behind the ears, bro. Like, I get it, talent to talent, but like Chet's done it. You feel me? Like he's done it.
Yeah, with
This
Shea.
series might be generational. I can't wait.
Nah, as much as I hate that I'm not in it, like it is good hoops. Like it's good hoops
Yeah.
to watch.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
good hoops to watch. I'm gonna skip game 7. I'm gonna say Knicks.
You already
in-
said game 7. You said already
Oh, facts. Well, I'm gonna say Knicks in 7.
Ooh,
against
7?
the Pistons.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Knicks in 6 against the Pistons.
I think generational battles between Brunson and K. I think 40 for 40. I anticipate at least 1 or 40 for 40 game. It's gonna get lit. I promise you that.
Knicks in 5.
Someone gets hurt though. Someone
I
gets
do not
hurt.
respect them. I'm sorry.
Someone gets hurt in that series. I promise you.
Not on my team. We held fully rested.
I'm just
Because they had
telling you.
training camp. 2
No,
weeks.
I didn't say from fatigue. I just said someone's getting hurt
No.
in that series. Someone's gonna hurt somebody. I for sure see a game with ejections.
Isaiah Store's gonna be tight that we blowing them out one of them games.
Either way, I'm telling you right now, I see a game with ejections, and someone's getting hurt.
Nobody.
There might even be a suspension. It's gonna be a classic old school East playoff series. Like it's gonna get ugly.
I think we better suited for that than the Pistons.
I think it's gonna be Mitch's fault. Mitch been talking crazy this playoffs. He gonna talk to the wrong one on the Pistons, and it's gonna pop off in Detroit, mind you.
It's only gonna be Isaiah. If it's not Isaiah, then
Nah, because
He
Duran
don't
don't
play
play
like-
that. Duran don't play that either. And if Mitch decides to talk to Duran, here's the thing about Detroit. If you talk to anybody, you just ignited the entire Pistons.
That's a fact.
that's a fact.
So it don't even matter who Mitch talked to. He's gonna talk to somebody, and now we on him.
But there's one person who's gonna actually create the suspension, and he's not playing like that. So
Promise you, he gets minutes this series. I promise you. I'm just saying. Listen, I still got the Knicks winning it. I'm just saying, in terms of my Rostradamus, I've been very good so far as playoffs. I would say I'm like 90% accurate. I think someone gets hurt, and there's gonna be in a game with ejections. Like that's my Rostradamus prediction, is that this is gonna get ugly.
So you got the Knicks
Okay.
getting to the finals, man.
Yeah, it'll be
Yeah.
interesting. It'll also be devastatingly heartbreaking.
First time since '99. What do you mean by that?
I'll have a good one. Light it up.
Jeez.
Come on. It's fast breaks. Listen. We back with another one. Fast breaks, Yeah, we coming with the takes, never early, never late, but we always push the pace. Yeah. And we really study tape, y'all just view the highlights. Man, we really watching games. Yeah. You just watch from the stands. We run 3-man weeks, Paul, Dre, and Allen. Yeah. Way more than a fan. We got love for the game. We don't have to pretend. Got it out the mud like you get it off the glass. I'm the run the fast break, throw me the outlet. Yeah, we got it out the mud like you get it off the glass. Time to run the fast break, throw